And the players getting reacquainted prior to the tip. A pretty loose atmosphere out there. Welcome, basketball fans, to a very special Veterans Day edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. Our starting lineups, we'll look at the matchups here and who we'll see for our starting five for both teams. And guys, checking out Blake Griffin. What can we expect here?
Well, everybody knows around the league that if you get in Blake Griffin's way when he has a head of steam going, you're going to end up on his poster at some point. So since coming into the league, I think he's become as intimidating a player as we've seen.
I agree. It's just not posterizing people either, Steve, although he does a bunch of that. When he gets a steal and has a free lane to the basket on a breakaway, there's a good chance the crowd's going to see a mini dunk contest from Blake.
For the Timberwolves, this is the last game before heading back to Minnesota. How the hustle game has been going for Minnesota.
Well, Kevin, in the first half of play, they're really closing out aggressively, blocking shots, and a key indicator of their activity defensively.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
And the shot is good from...
Another good pass, and their offensive execution has been impressive, to say the least.
The last 4 field goals have been assists. Yeah, passing has kept the defense off balance, but to get assists, you got to make the shots.
Outside for Jamison. And they come right back with their own three-point.
Tonight, because the momentum that he took away from that game, he's got to be feeling confident.
Well, I don't know if it'll carry over, but clearly the fact that you have a high-level performance in your recent memory bank has to do you some good. And like you said, Steve, we'll find out tonight whether it continues. Right there, fellas. Wonderful entry feed. Well, Corey Brewer, guys, was part of those back-to-back NCAA championships with those teams in Florida in 2006 and 7. A long, wiry 6'9" perimeter defender. He's also improved offensively.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Gonzalez passes to Jordan. Barnes. Back to Jordan. And the pass to Gonzalez. Jordan the screen. Gonzalez covered by Brewer. 6 to shoot. Pulls from the top of the key. And the shot's good from Gonzalez. Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against Houston.
You know, their percentage from long range that game was off the charts. It seemed like every time the home crowd got going, they just took the wind out of their sails with another three-point barrage.
Yeah, those bombs were really falling.
On the court for Minnesota, Rubio at point alongside Alexi Shved. Kevin Love out there with Turian. And it's Brewer in at the threesome. Wolves lead by 14.
Boy, they've come out of halftime just smoking hot from behind the arc.
Hey, trust me on this one, partner. They are going to continue to let them fly.
And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Played at home.
Tell you what, there'll be a lot of focus on that Oklahoma City contest.
Gonzalez against Rubio. Martin. And the three off target.
Well, in most games he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
Jordan the screen. Gonzalez passes to Jordan. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. Ricky Rubio picks one up.
Tell you what, Kevin, they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
Clark, that deficit will go away quickly if he does.
And I like the way he capped that drive off, guys.
Timberwolves leading by 7. And it's Martin penetrating. Love dishes to Rubio. Barnes grabs the miss. Barnes has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Griffin a screen on Martin. Gonzalez passes to Crawford. Back to Gonzalez. Plenty of space. And right on target. Good. And so Minnesota takes the win. It was a solid win, Clark.
Yeah, it was. And I think it came down to will more than skill. They went out and got this one.
That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, Steve Curry, Clark Kellogg, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us.
To assert yourself in tonight's game. Is that a result of the game plan, or were you not being aggressive for some other specific reason?
It was just a bad game, honestly. I started off slow and then couldn't get anything going, so eventually I just gave up and went with the flow. If my play had been a little more consistent, then maybe we have a chance to win the game. So that's something I got to sort out, because my teammates are counting on me to have a stronger effort on a more consistent basis, you know?